This week, we're still on the road. We head to Texas Southern. Okay. Coming off of a bad loss to Grambling. A humbling loss to Grambling. So as we get ready to take on Texas Southern, the message this week is to stay humble and stay hungry. I said stay humble and stay hungry. What you talking about first? About to fill you in real quick, okay? It ain't gonna take long. But before I do, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I am your homeboy first, and this is the realest, most entertaining show in the game. Put it on something. Again, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that share button, put all your people on it. Follow me across all social media platforms. Please, please, please do that. Feel free to hit that Cashapp, hit that PayPal. Please, please, please do that. Okay. And please continue to pray for my mother. Please pray for my mother. And I thank God for all of you real ones who have. Okay. But I ain't going to waste no time. Let's go ahead and get into it. Okay. Because I feel this in my spirit. We played against Louisiana Monroe, and many in the fan base had some negative comments. Many of those comments shouldn't have been made. Because ULM turned out to be a solid opponent. Okay. So all things considered, we played pretty well. Could have won the game, but it was a good showing. We beat the dog shit out of Lane as we should have. We trampled Southern. So after those 3 games, it seemed as if we were riding a little high. Okay? Riding a little high. Feeling a little good. Talking a lot of shit. Okay, particularly after the Southern win. And then we took our ass to Grambling and got smacked. Mainly because of self-inflicted wounds. Gotta stay humble. Gotta stay hungry. But see, what bothers me is that even after that, I saw a young king on social media. He talking about his individual performance. He up there hustling some of his NIL merch. And I say to myself, self, didn't we just get our ass whooped? This is just hours after we just got our ass whooped. Now ain't the time for that. Now is the time to get to that film as soon as possible. Let me find the film as soon as possible. Because I need to see what happened. I need to see what happened. Okay? So now ain't the time to, look at your highlights and be happy about that. Now ain't the time to, put your NIL shit out there. It's not the time. And this is not a shot at that young man. He's a young man, okay? This is indicative of the culture right now in college athletics because you see this NIL shit and this social media is a motherfucker. Well, you got players across the country during halftime instead of going in at halftime, sitting down, maybe getting some treatment, maybe getting some shit rewrapped, maybe goddamn, I don't know, listening to your motherfucking coach. You got kids checking their phones, seeing what social media is saying about their play, goddamn. Then after the game, instead of goddamn really trying to figure out what the fuck went right, what the fuck went wrong, goddamn it, kids up here go immediately to social media to see what everybody's saying about what they just did. And then again, kids are, trying to make sure they get their NIL up there. Okay, cool. You got to take care of the main thing. Then all that other shit take care of itself. You go out there and win games, you gonna go viral. You go out there and win games, you gonna get followers. You go out there and win games, you gonna get NIL money. That's how it go. That's how it go. So we gotta stay humble and stay hungry. Because if we have more performances like that shit we just saw against Grambling, tell you right now. Tell you right now. Youngins ain't gonna want to check social media in. They ain't gonna want to check social media. They're not. They're not. See, I'm a fair motherfucker when I call the games. I'm fair. Some folks ain't fair. So they ain't gonna want to check social media. So we got to stay humble and stay hungry. Can't get too high. Can't get too low. Now you might say, well, first, that's an example of a kid not getting too low. You can argue that. You can argue that. But it's not the right way to work. It's not the right way to do business. It's not the right way to do business. Okay. And that's just one example that I saw. Okay. That's just an example. I don't follow all the kids shit don't pop up on my timeline or anything like that. Okay. That's just something I saw. And it was jarring to me because this is just a different era that we're in. You used to couldn't do that. Okay. You used to couldn't do that. I've coached in the social media era. So I've had to go off on players for reaching for phones and shit when it was time to motherfucking lock in. Yeah, I've done that. I've done that. Hell, I've collected phones. Night before a playoff game, we all in the hotel room. Okay. I've gone around the room. Hey, give me that. Y'all get them back in the morning. We gotta make sure you motherfuckers go to sleep. I've done that. Been there, done that. But this NIL shit is a whole nother story. But I want all y'all young kings out there to know. Stay humble, stay hungry, because god damn it, you just go win. And people gonna give you what you want. Because as I've said before, goddamn it, it's something about sports, man. Sports and entertainment as a whole. This shit can really make you happy when you're going through so much. Like when I watched that Grambling game, I was hoping for a little break from the hell I'm going through. I was hoping that I could turn on and watch Jackson State University, okay, win this game, okay, and see my pregame speech from last week would have been that J gotta mean more to you than that G, okay? That's what I wanted to say, and so I was hoping that that's what I was going to see out there on that field, and that by watching my team go out there and win this game, it can give me some kind of happiness just for these 3 hours that I'm watching this game before I go back up to this hospital and have to see my mom in that bed. Okay. That's what y'all do for us. Y'all give us something to aspire to. You give us something to give us a reason to be hopeful. Y'all do that. So when y'all do what you're supposed to do and you win games and you put on and you be excellent, that's what makes us do shit like buy your merch. That's what makes us follow you and retweet you and, do all the things that you want us to do. But the main thing got to be the main thing, and we got to stay humble and hungry. We did what we did against Lane, we were supposed to. We did what we did against Southern, we were supposed to. First home game, we've been whooping their ass for a few years now. We were supposed to do that. That Grambling shit humbled us. Now what the fuck you gonna do at Texas Southern? The fuck you gonna do now? We're gonna see. You got humbled. Are you still hungry? Were you hungry in the first damn place? Because everything you want is still in front of you. Everything you fucking want is still in front of you. If you go win the SWAC, if you go win, let me back up. Let's not skip steps. If you go win the East, if you go win the SWAC, if you go win the Celebration Bowl, that loss against Grambling will be a footnote. But if you come out here against Texas Southern and we see much of the same shit, if we see the turnovers, if we see the penalties, if we see the indecision from the motherfucking coaching staff, then we gonna look at the Grambling game and say that shit is indicative of what the whole damn season gonna be like. So humble yourselves. Oh shit, Grambling already did that. Or should have at least. But you gotta stay humble and stay hungry. Work your ass off. And let's get this shit back on track. Put it on something.
Please subscribe to my daddy's YouTube channel because the more subscribers he gets, the more attractive he looks to sponsors. The more attractive he looks to sponsors, the more money he can make. And the more money he can make, the more money he can spend on me.